Eno Extreme Media UJ. Subscribe for all updates.
No. When NIRA is gathering information, they don't get this for now. They are burdened now with the challenge of a costly change of names. I am now guiding that you no longer be hard on this matter. Chair, you are betraying the people. The people, NIRA must...
Omubaka Medadi Rubega Segona nga ye MP owa Busiro East Constituency Bavuudewo Bubi nnyo ne Muwada nnyingi ngono yo mubaka akiikirira abantu b'Ekyadondo constituency eyatuleetera omukulu Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu president w'ekibiina kya National Unity Platform. Video soko jimpereka like eberenge duka omusinde nga gwayiriyiri atanaba tujoininga wano ngusaba busabi tovaawo nga tusubscribe nze ate o making sure ngokirikinga muka notification bell awo beera updated ku buli kimu kye tututuusaako wano ku Extreme Media yugi. Muli eyo simanyi gye muli, simanyi gye oli mu kutulabira, naye ekiri mu Parliament bali mu tuteekeza oba bali mu kuteeseza bannayuganda ku nsonga ezandaga muntu okuba nti no zizibwa obujja. Bw'obanga oli diaspora, bw'obanga oli outside Uganda, simanyi oba process eno wagiwuliddeko, naye ate bino bikulu nnyo bitwale kubanga bikuyamba nnyo naddala nga gwe toli mu kupulaninga okuba nti no okomawo e Uganda okuba nti wenyiga mu kalulu. Wobanga oli outside Uganda oba kankozesa ekigambo kye batera okukozesa kyensaagala kukozesa wobanga oli kadama, bino bibyo bitwale nga bya mugaso. NIRA yavaayo newa enteekateeka ey'okuba nti no abantu abali ebweru bwa Uganda oba abantu abali outside Uganda babayamba okuba nti no barenewinga endagamuntu zaabwe. Kubanga kyemmanyi abasinga bali eyo ebweru, naye kyemmanyi nammwe endagamuntu zammwe okusinziiranga NIRA bwegamba ezisinga zaggwako ziri expired oba ezimu zigenda kuba nti no zigetinga expired as early as possible. So obanga oli interested okuba mukimanyi bulungi nti okubeera omunayuganda olina okuba ne national ID, era enteekateeka eyo bwe zibanga zituuseeyo, please make sure ogende osisinkane abantu abo. Mukimanyi bulungi tuli mu kweteekerateekera akalulu kano akajja mu kweteeka. In that process national ID kintu kikulu nnyo. Olwaleero abakulira abakulu mu NIRA basisinkanye ababaka ba Parliament abali responsible ku nsonga eno ey'endagamuntu, ne babayako bye bababuuza ate nabo ne babaako ne bebatangaaza. Muwada nnyingi araises a point ey'okuba nti nno abantu abaagala okukyusa amannya gaabwe nga bakolamu era oba ngeri amannya agamu nga tebaagawandiisa. Lwaki ensonga eyo temugitwala nga kikulu ne kitabeera nti kiri costly? Remember okuba nti n'okola mu change mu ndagamuntu yo, saawa zino olina okukisasulira. Kati in the response evudde ew'omubaka Medadi Rubega Segona teraze oba ebaddenga evoola statement ya Muwada nnyingi. Muwada nnyingi kwe kukolesa ekigambo nti cheya oli mukulyamu abantu olukwe, ye lwaki sikakulekera n'okawulira bulungi.
To change his name, I mean, you meet the cost. I was dealing with the question of where somebody is called Henry. Then on one land title it is Henry, on the other one it is Enrico. Do you blame land office? I think let's deal with the more serious matters of oversight onto the entity. Hon Muwada Bavuudewo.
Thanks very much, Chair. I'm sorry I've come late.
For example, and now I'm asking you as our technical person, for example, other than going through commissioner, then go and gazette, etc. In their way, you can simplify it by providing forms which would be available at sub-county level.
And Chair, I raised the question of change of names. I've received the complaints from mostly the pensioners, these old people. When they went to register, you know, these pensioners, they had names they were using on their official records. Now, when they went to register, unknown to them, that when you give so many names, you are altering your identity. And they were tricked by NIRA officials. Now, they are burdened to look for money to now file for change of names.
How were they tricked?
The same thing she was mentioning, that the names were known by. For example, Segona Agakagwaawo, you will find yourself with Agakagwaawo when it was just a popular name somewhere.
Unless your name is a trick.
Now,
but we just recorded all names.
I think those people who are the people who are recording.
Wait. The registering person, the official registering.
Yes.
How would he even know
when these people give their
the name that you're passing around with?
When these people,
let's not shield our voters into making mistakes.
I'm making a case for these older persons because they are majority are victims.
But if even if that old person is old,
someone is called Isalongo in a village, and he finds a NIRA registering Isalongo.
It is okay. You have the Salongo here. You have the Salongo Kunya, whose title Salongo is in the passport. That is what he goes by. You remember in your first or second year, the case of Namwandu against Attorney General versus Attorney General. Now, somebody decides to go by the name Namwandu. Okay? So if someone has submitted the name as such, what do you want NIRA to do?
Chair, according to the respondents, they were not well briefed that you have to use, and we are seeking NIRA going forward to brief the people well.
You need somebody to brief you about your name?
Chair, we are talking on behalf of the people.
I will not speak on behalf of people who do not give their correct names.
Chair, they give their when they are gathering information, they ask them so many questions. There are those names they use. They always give those names, and by which they are known by. Then there are these other past names and other.
No.
When there is gathering information, they don't get this for now. They are burdened now with the challenge of a costly change of names.
I am now guiding that you no longer be heard on this matter.
Chair, you are betraying the people. The people, NIRA must devise means of improving on this communication.
The people have betrayed themselves by submitting wrong names. Nobody will guide you that this is not your name. The only thing I have heard, and which I believe, is where somebody tells you, and she has answered it, where somebody tells you those names are too many. If that was the complaint and that these people stopped you from submitting some of your names, I would understand. But somebody chooses to go by some popular name and he does not register it, or he registers it, then along the way he wants to change his name. I mean, you meet the cost. I was dealing with the question of where somebody is called Henry. Then on one land title it is Henry, on the other one it is Enrico. Do you blame land office? I think let's deal with the more serious matters of oversight onto the entity. Hon Muwada Bavuudewo.
Thanks very much, Chair. I'm sorry I've come late, but there's something burning that I want.
Abalungi abatuuliriza era abatulaba olunaku olwaleero tuchaddeko ewa Sheikh Asiraf Dembe.
Sebo sanyusa okubalaba amannya agange Seeka Asiraf Dembe akola ku bizibu by'enjawulo. Omuntu singa aba alina ebirwadde musomereddwa tunywa amazzi ga lukuya nga bw'obadde ogalaba tugenda abantu ku kyoto ne twokya emizimu emibi egibabaamu n'okulombeddwa abantu singa abeera ng'ali wano atuuse sobola okumulombereddwa ne waba atatuuse nga mpadde amannya ge afudde ng'ali wala. Neetaase ennamba yange yeeno eri 0701763711. Nammwe bannyinaffe abali ebweru oyagala okuba nti oyagala okulombera ku ddwa ng'olina ebizibu viza zibuze amaka gakolongotana ssente zikola zimpita mu ngalo ojja kumpeereza ekifaananyi kyo n'amannya go ebyo byokka bijja kummala nja kukulombera edduwa ojja kutereera. Olunaku olusembayo mu mwezi mba n'edduwa eyawamu ffenna n'abalwadde bange abakadde n'abapya. Salaamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.